George Galloway has different campaign letters for white and Muslim households in Rockdale. George Galloway for Rockdale. First and foremost, I believe in Britain. That's why I fought for Brexit and I fought against Scottish independence. I believe in family. I believe in men and women. God created everything in pairs. Unlike the mainstream parties, I have no difficulty defining what a woman is. Law and order, small business, make Rockdale great again. Rochdale great again. And then, to the voters of the Muslim faith in Rochdale, Assalamu alaikum. The last 30 days have shocked the Ummah to its core. The killing of thousands of our brothers and sisters in Gaza is a war crime, and Israel must be held to account. The political class have failed Rochdale, failed Britain, and failed Gaza. I expect as much from the Conservative Party, but the Labour Party under Sir Keir Starmer has betrayed Muslims, choosing instead to support Israel's genocide in Gaza. I, George Galloway, have fought for Muslims at home and abroad all my life. British Peronism? Well, I think he's just a campist, right? He's basically just like the Muslim version of those people who are locally conservative, but really just like, you know, like they pretend to be like pro-Russian or whatever, but they're just conservative. I think he might actually be like ideologically pro-Islam though, but that's not contradictory. Like, there are plenty of Muslims in the UK who are conservative. It's just funny that he's doing the two-sided thing, you know? Have you seen him want to be a cat? He's been extremely pro-Russia. Yeah, it makes sense. He's literally just a campist.
Now, would you like me to be the cat?
Yes, please. It's okay, it's okay. No, don't be frightened. Come on, good Kit Kat. Good cat. Look, shh. Good pussycat. More tickles on the back, yes.
Yeah, you all claim to be inclusive. You'll let cat boys into your spaces, but you see a cat man for the first time in your life and you all freak out. Well, anyway, so is it true? Has a single British person discovered the concept of populism? I mean, he's a campist, so he's a piece of shit, like he's pro-Assad or whatever, doesn't like the West, blah, 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 okay. I mean, it's cool to not like the West. It's just, if you don't like the West, it's preferable for you to instead like things that are better than the West rather than things that are worse than the West.
It's a proven fact that
This is an old video. He's been around for a while.
these forged documents existed and were being circulated amongst right-wing newspapers in Baghdad and around the world in the immediate aftermath of the fall of the Iraqi regime. Now, Senator, I gave my heart and soul to oppose the policy that you promoted. I gave my political life's blood to try to stop the mass killing of Iraqis by the sanctions on Iraq.
This is one of the big weaknesses, I guess, of liberalism, of centrism, of just like Western chauvinism, which is that it's given rise to people who have bad politics, but are correct because the things they're criticizing are so bad, you know? He got kicked out of the Labour Party under Tony Blair for being against the Iraq War. That's how he got popular. Yeah, love for this guy who supports fucking Assad to lose political power because he opposed the Iraq War. This guy's Wikipedia page is about as long as a book, by the way. I'd heard this guy's name before, but good lord. According to Galloway, he grew a mustache at the age of 15 and refused to shave it off when his headmaster objected. He's literally me. He's a very productive campist. Yeah, so it would seem. He was with Labour from 1967 to 2003, and that would have been when the Iraq War happened. Like, look at this. Good lord. In 2003, he was expelled from the Labour Party due to his prominent opposition to the Iraq War. Supported Brexit, blamed the 2022 Russian invasion of Ukraine on the West, broadcast on Russia Today from 2013 to 2022. This guy's crazy. Yeah, give me the controversies section. Let's see. Celebrity Big Brother. That's the cat video, isn't it? Suspension from Parliament. Julian Assange comments. His political positions will melt your brain. I mean, it's probably just like a typical campus positions, right? Declaring an Israel-free zone. We have declared Bradford an Israel-free zone. Good lord. Didn't know you could do that. Opposition to the Israel-Hamas war. Support for Hezbollah and Hamas. Hezbollah has never been a terrorist organization. It is the legitimate national resistance movement of Lebanon. Support for Ba'athist Iraq. and praised Iraq's dictator Saddam Hussein. Wonderful. This incident where he refuses to debate an Israeli is why most call him anti-Semitic.
Requires. We wanted peace, we got war, we mustn't make the same mistake again. So my first point, only a peace treaty can provide a framework for enduring peace and security. I'm sorry, Mr. Galloway?
You said we. Are you an Israeli?
I am, yes.
I don't debate with Israelis. I've been misled. Sorry.
What racism?
I don't recognize Israel, and I don't debate with Israelis.
He's a person. He's a person. He's a human being.
Well, that's incredibly funny. It's a debate tactic, yeah. This is so optically bad, Lamau. Yeah, but like, it's not inherently anti-Semitic. It seems like he just fucking hates Israel. But if he's clearly like indicated, you know, that it's not about Jewishness and that it's anti-Semitic to assume that it is, you know, it is very funny. There's no getting around that. In his memoir, I'm Not the Only One, first published in 2004, Galloway wrote, In the book, Galloway also expresses the opinion that Kuwait is clearly a part of the greater Iraqi whole, stolen from the motherland by perfidious Albion. This, man, if all campists were this funny and this committed to the bit, perfidious Albion, incredible. Holy shit. Doing like blood and soil campism, but like over centuries old lines. Oh my god. What even is that? It's England. He's talking about the British carving up the lines on the map, which they did, to be fair, but who the fuck uses the term Albion anymore? In 2006, a video surfaced showing Galloway greeting Uday Hussein, Saddam's eldest son, with the title of Excellency at Uday's palace in 1999. Galloway is heard saying he will be with Uday until the end. Have you seen his victory speech? No, but I would love to see it. I really like this this like gangster campism bit that he's going for here, you know?
This is for Gaza.
And the best part is, as Chap pointed out, nobody in the UK can even criticize him. Like what? Like, oh, you're going to criticize him on fucking Assad? Well, that's not politically relevant right now. You can't call him out for being conservative or transphobic because you are too. You can't call him out for his positions on Israel, really, because he's like the only representative in the UK with any kind of like loud voice consistent on supporting Palestinian people. This is basically just like a reverse Uno version of how liberalism cedes way to fascism. In this case, I guess it would be like foreign campus fascism.
You have paid, and you will pay, a high price for the role that you have played in enabling, encouraging, and covering for the catastrophe presently going on in occupied Palestine.
Not to mention opening your victory speech by saying, like, you will all suffer as the Palestinians have suffered.
Labour is on notice that they have lost the confidence of millions of their voters who loyally and traditionally voted for them generation after generation.
I'm not going to lie, guys. I feel like it might actually end up being a good thing that this guy got elected. Not because his political positions on like Assad or whatever else are necessarily good. First of all, the political situation in the UK is monstrous anyway. So like, who are you comparing this to? Is this worse than your average conservative MP? Probably not. But also, the main thing that's fucking over the UK right now is stagnation. It's you're mired in tradition and role. You know, you still think of yourself as an empire. This guy fucking hates the UK and probably also white people. So if nothing else, he's a shit stirrer. Maybe his presence will, I don't know, challenge Keir Starmer and the Labour Party to adopt better positions. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Who knows? Something has to go down in the UK because right now, like, you know, it seems like it's just unforced error after unforced error.
The Conservative Party, which is the government of the country, was crushed, not just by me, but by an independent candidate that no one had ever heard of before outside of Rochdale. So it was a disastrous night for the Conservatives and a disastrous night for Labour. I got more votes than Labour and the Conservatives and the Liberal Democrats and the Reform Party put together.
Dude is a lunatic. Actually, okay, I want to like temper this appropriately. We argue with a lot of people online and it gives people like such and such perceptions. This guy has a more coherent set of beliefs than basically anyone else in UK's government. He's a campist, he's a pan-Arabist, most likely, and he's a conservative. Okay, you have to twist so many pretzel loops around to like figure out the position of your average liberal Democrat. You know, there are so many inconsistencies and so much bullshit you have to run about. Like everyone rushing to defend Israel right now as it commits a genocide, you know, a new loop in the pretzel that you have to weave. This guy's politics are bad, to be sure. Maybe they can act as some kind of accelerant. How are British politicians so bad that he wins? That's a good question. Keep in mind, I would never under any circumstances support the election of somebody like that in the United States because I don't think it's politically appropriate. I don't think it would lead to any good outcomes. The UK is in such a specific mess. Like, I've talked about this before about it being a dead country, which is something that I stand by. I wonder if he can be the plunger, you know? I don't know. Maybe just a little bit more wacky, just a little bit more like incendiary horseshit. Sure, yeah, man, go to the House of Commons and do a big speech on how Bashar al-Assad would have fixed this already. Fucking, I don't know. Yeah, go on down there and get into a screaming match with like 178 MPs on whether or not, like, you know, you having stubbed your toe earlier was like a Western false flag to incite aggression against Russia. I want to see you do it. I want to see you stir shit. Okay, is what I want. I'll follow this guy's, you know, term with great interest.